Hello, and welcome to the fourth and final instalment of El Rubio Bravo. In this excerpt, we're going to look at one rather notable scene from the book. However, as it's been stated earlier and with the other excerpts, this story is very much of its time, and as it deals with topics that may not be acceptable to more modern social mores, as always, your discretion is advised. It was Sunday, and after Sunday Mass and lunch, we find ourselves in the bull ring in Honduras, decorated in the most vibrant of colours in preparation for the day to come, but not as vibrant as the uniforms and dresses of those who filled the president's box above the bull ring, including our hero, Olaf, and his good friend Dr. Charlie. It's said that most of Honduras was in attendance in their absolute finest, even the farmhands dressed in velvets of red and gold, and the ladies in silks and lace. When at 4 the shadow of the local mountain El Matador fell over the ring, the crowd started up with a chant of El Toro, El Toro, the bull, and with the refrain of drum and trumpet, 4 men entered the ring on horseback. These were supported each by other men, called the bandoleros, who carried ribbons and streamers and bundles of darts. But again, El Toro, the chant continued. It was at this moment that, with the sound of firecrackers and sports rattles and trumpets, a pair of doors were flung open, and out into the ring leapt a wiry bull, which fought with great ferocity and fury. The crowd cheered, knowing that this bull would put up one hell of a fight. The chant changed to Los Picador, and indeed at this point 4 horsemen entered carrying long lances. They quickly set about goading the bull by lancing its rump when it got too close to another of the fighters, drawing its rage and increasing it as they went. As this happened, the chant finally changed to La Matador, and the crowd began to call again and again for the final member of this event. And into the ring walked, on foot, a man dressed in the most outrageous fineries, but carrying sword drawn and with a red flag-like cape in hand. The one who was anointed to deliver the final blow. The bull was irritated, clearly, as the bandoleros were throwing darts and the lancemen were striking its rump, repeatedly causing it to get enraged at the wounds being inflicted upon it. But it never seemed to tire, it never seemed to slow. And in a moment of ill decision, one of the bandoleros didn't move fast enough, or didn't see it coming, despite the sound of its thunderous hooves, and was gored. As one of the picador came to help, he too was gored and then trampled. A single trumpet blew, and panic followed as all of the men in the ring tried to escape over the barriers and the gates, leaving the bull alone. However, it wasn't alone, for the matador, in an act of bravery or stupidity, had decided not to flee. And left in the ring were the scattered horses and the frightened matador, facing off alone against this untired, angry, enraged behemoth of a bull. Olaf was rather perturbed when he saw this, and with cool efficiency pulled one of the red flags down from the dress of the president's box. He tucked it under his arm and leapt into the ring, and with cool, practiced efficiency started waving and calling. The bull, still enraged, saw out of the corner of its eye this swishing cape and turned to face him. He had managed to grab the attention of the bull, at which point the bull began to charge. Olaf drew his dress sword and stood facing down this mighty behemoth for even as wiry and lean as it appeared, it was still many times his size. It was in this moment that, whereas one might expect Le Matador to try and take the glory, he was smarter in this moment finally and fled, leaving Olaf alone with the bull. Olaf stood, heartbeat after heartbeat, as the bull cleared the distance across the ring. And at the last moment, and only at the last moment, Olaf leapt aside, and with a blow that he, in training times, would have been unhappy with, managed to land a blow straight into the neck of the beast behind, just ahead of its flanks. This would have killed a man, and Olaf knew it. He had quickly withdrawn the blade and was standing ready to claim his kill. However, as the dust settled, he realised that he was still not alone in this ring, and instead of standing over a dead body, he was now some distance away from a rather irate bull. Unfortunately, in the leap, he had managed to overextend himself and was forcibly trying to unlock a leg which had not managed to recover as quickly as he'd liked due to an earlier injury. The bull was ready and charged again. Olaf fought against his own failing body to move, but the bull closed and closed. Olaf managed in the briefest of moments to unlock his leg, and with a turn and a swing, coming inches under the goring horns of this bull, managed to deliver a blow to the spine of the beast as it thundered by. Again, silence fell, and in a cloud of the dust from the ring, Olaf was ready to have to move again. But silence came. The crowd, who had all this time been baying for blood, whether Olaf's or the bull's, was silent too. And as the dust settled, Olaf stood up. The bull, however, mere tens of yards away from him, lay still but heaving in a pile crumpled ahead of him. It would eventually stop even heaving. But long before that time, the crowd exploded in applause and cheers, and in the first time their calls changed, and across the ring came a new cry: El Rubio Bravo, El Rey Espado. This is the last of the excerpts we're going to be doing from El Rubio Bravo for now. However, it is available, and I would recommend getting a transcribed copy, as the originals unfortunately have not survived translation to PDF very well. But it is available, and if you'd like to learn more about the fantastic, maybe too fantastic, tales of Captain Monstery, please have a look online and read the book in full. I'm sure you'll enjoy it if you've enjoyed these stories.